Hello, guys. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing great after the Rodri signing and all of the signings that we made, Cancelo coming back and all of that. But we are here to talk about the elephant in the room. We are here to talk about the number nine position, something that every Barcelona fan has been thinking of, dreaming of for the last couple of months since Lewandowski left. And then afterwards, the shark followed suit. So there are lots of options. Some of them, the main one was Mr. Julian Alvarez, who, to be completely honest, I'm a bit disappointed in. I think he might have, made things a bit more difficult for Atleti if he wanted to, but he just seems like the kind of person who does not really want to make a lot of trouble or burn even more bridges. He's not an Isaac type of personality that would just decide to tell his team, "Hey, I'm not coming. What you gonna do about it? I'm not coming to training. I'm not playing a game for you ever again. What are you going to do about it?" He's not that type of personality. He's a shy person. He's a nice person. Good for him, but I don't feel like he did enough to convince Atleti to move on. So we have a couple of weeks left. Deco yesterday, after the Juan Gamper match against Al Ahly, he came out and said that we are going to be making some moves. We are going to be going for that number nine. So who is it going to be, Mr. Deco? Because trust me when I tell you, our season depends on who you are going to be signing for that number nine. We need a hero that has a number nine written on his back to come and save our season. Because of course we can come up with different ideas, with different things that we can do to manage. We can put, I don't know, Gordon Adeyemi as a false nine. Maybe we can have Rafinha and Gordon on the sides and put Yamal on a number 10, number nine and a half position. But let's be honest with ourselves, guys. We need that number nine. There's a big hole in the squad, and it's a shame because I feel like this is something that we should have tackled earlier in the window because now the teams do not want to sell, and even if we have a team that's willing to sell their player, their number nine, they are going, the numbers would be astronomical for that fee for us to get him. And speaking of astronomical fees, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Lautaro Martinez. This is a guy that came, the reports came yesterday after it was announced that Julian Alvarez is not coming anymore. A lot of outlets, including, Romero, he said that Lautaro Martinez is actually open to coming. But let me tell you, my friends, the guy is 28 years old. He will be 29 years old in a few months. He plays in a double number nine position, with in Inter alongside Thuram. So it's not even a pure number nine. Okay. But it's okay. We can try it. If he's willing to come, we can try it. But the thing is, guys, Inter will not be selling him for us. He's our captain. He loves the club. They love him. He's a hero there. He's 28. They will be asking for 200. You know what did Atleti ask for? Like 500 million euros release clause. These lot will be asking for a billion, my guy. They will be asking for a billion. It's not going to happen. I know, some Barca fans were excited about it. Lautaro, Lautaro. I think he would solve a lot of our issues. I don't think he's the best possible number nine for us, to be completely honest. But they are not going to be selling him, my friends. They are not going to be selling him for us because one, all of the reasons I mentioned, he's a hero there and everything, and he's been there for so many years now, and he himself would not want to go out. And secondly, they do not have enough time to replace him. So it's not going to work. For me, this is just a distraction, and I believe that Deco already has a name on mind, and I do not think is Lautaro Martinez. It's not going to work with 2 weeks left in the window. So let's move to other maybe names that were mentioned on the press. There is another name right here, which is Luis Javier Suarez, and it's not our Luis Suarez. This is a different kind of Luis Suarez. He plays for Sporting. He's from Colombia, and he's also 28 years old. And the reports were saying, Fabrizio Romano was saying that they are asking for the release clause, which is, I believe, 18 million euros. And for release clauses, you cannot even do, a deal which you pay 20 this year and, installments. You cannot do installments. You have to pay the 100 or 18 million in this case, upfront, and it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. For the player himself, I'm just always worried about players in Portugal. uh, we can see here his stats for the previous seasons. So last season he played 49 matches and he scored 36 goals, which is great. But hey, Gyökeres. That's all I will say. Gyökeres. That's it. In the previous seasons, before he joined Sporting, he was in Almeria, as we can see here, and he had a good season in Almeria. But I believe they were in the second division at that time. So I'm just not sure. Here he was in Marseille and he only scored 7 goals. I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure. He will be scoring goals, but I'm not sure he is the solution to replace Lewandowski and to go from Julian Alvarez to Luis Suarez from Sporting. With all due respect, it's a downgrade. It is one of the biggest downgrades you can think of. From Lewandowski to Julian to Luis Suarez, I don't see it. I don't see it and I don't want it, to be completely honest. And I do not trust players from the Portuguese league. I do not. Let's move to the next option that was, I saw his name in the press lately, and it is Nicolo Tresoldi. Nicolo Tresoldi from Germany. He's a German striker. He plays for Club Brugge, and I have mixed feelings about this one because from all the videos I have seen of him, from his stats as well, let's check his stats. So what do we have here? So last season he played 50 matches, he got 22 goals, and he's only, I believe, 22. Yeah, he's 22 years old. It's not bad. It's not bad. I have mixed feelings. Again, he's no Julian Alvarez. He's not. He's a, what can I say? He's a developmental signing. If we get him, he's going to be here for the long run, which is good. He's not a 28 years old like the two previous options. So even if it doesn't work for one reason or another, you still have resale value. You can sell him again for a decent chunk of money. But at the same time, it's an unknown for us because the what we heard from the club is that they wanted someone who is proved at the highest level, someone like Julian Alvarez, someone like a Lewandowski, someone that will come in and make the position his own. Will Nicolo Tresoldi be the best option to do that? I'm not sure about it. I would still prefer him to allow Lautaro Martinez, who will cost 150 million at 28 years old, and I would still prefer him to Luis Suarez, who will cost 80 million upfront, and he's coming from the Gyökeres League. I would still prefer him, but is he the next option after Julian Alvarez, really? But guys, looking at the market again, I really cannot blame Barcelona in this situation because looking at the market is pretty bleak. It's pretty bleak. So you will have to take a chance, and I would rather take a chance on this guy than on a Lautaro that will be costing 150 million at 28 years old, or Luis Suarez that's coming from the Gyökeres League. So let's talk, speaking of the Gyökeres League, let's talk about Victor Gyökeres. And there were some funny reports lately that he is calling Barcelona every day to check if there is a possibility that he would come. I really hope Deco is not picking up that phone. Please do not pick that phone ever. I do not ever want you to pick up that phone. Please block his number, go to his Instagram, to his all of his socials, go to Twitter, and block him from everywhere? The answer is no. I'm not going to be spending more time on this. The answer is no. I'm not going to be talking about his stats. I'm not going to be talking about anything. No. Okay? No. No. Let's move on. Let's talk about Hamza Abdel Karim. Hamza Abdel Karim, my Egyptian brother. Look, so is he a solution? Yes. Is he the solution? No. Still too early. He only had he never had a professional season. The first professional season, I believe, no, he never actually had a professional because he wasn't even playing with Barca B. He was playing with the youth team, I believe. And before that, he was in an Egyptian team, Al Ahli, and he never really played for their first team. He played, I guess, 5 minutes or something like that. So if he is going to be our striker, this is going to be his first professional season. Can you imagine that? And will it work? Can it work? Does he have the profile for it to work? Yes, he does have the profile for it to work. But is he the solution right now? No. I believe we need a proven striker that will start and last 10 minutes, last 15 minutes, let's bring on Hamza to to get some experience, to score some goals here and there. Maybe he can start a Copa del Rey match. He can start an easy match against Malaga or Elche at home. That would be the perfect environment for him to develop. But, putting him in his first professional season against the big boys in the Champions League and against Real Madrid and Atletico, that's suicide. I'm sorry. That's suicide, and we can never do that. We love trusting kids here. We love trusting kids in Barcelona. Not to this extent, please. No. All right. So I will talk now about my favorite option and hear me out. Okay? So please do not throw anything on me. It's just an opinion. Okay? It's just an opinion. Hear me out, please. Let's talk about Elite Junior Groupie. And here you will be like, Mo, you must be crazy, Mo. This is, are you serious? Is this, the guy is injured. The guy will be out for 4 to 5 months. Are we going to bring an injured guy that cannot walk at the moment? He cannot walk at the moment, and you want to bring him to the team? Hear me out. Hear me out. The market, the number nine market is bleak. We cannot sign anyone at the moment that's going to be a Lewandowski. We cannot sign a Hurricane. We cannot sign a Mbappe. We cannot sign a Julian Alvarez. We cannot sign a Lautaro Martinez. We cannot sign a Haaland. We can't. I know you want that. We cannot sign an Ekitike. We cannot sign an Isaac. We can't. We can't do that because their clubs would not allow that. As simple as this. For me, Elite Junior Groupie is a generational talent, in my opinion. The guy is 20 years old. He had an amazing season with Bournemouth, and he had a very good season in Ligue 2 the previous year. Um, so it was a great coup from Bournemouth to bring him from the second division in France and bring him to the Premier League and give him, the chance to be a starter. That was great. For me, he has a similar profile to Julian Alvarez. He has the things that we are looking for our number nine. I think he will be great in the future. And for me personally, he was injured and he will be out for 4 months. It's already been, I believe, a couple of weeks or maybe a month since he was injured. So he will be back soon. He will be back soon in about 3 months. And now his fee will be even lower. It will be lower because they will not be asking for 120, 130 million euros. He's injured at the moment. He will be out for almost half the season. So we can get him for a reasonable fee. I mean, 70, maybe 70 can do, maybe 80 can do. We can get him for that price, and he will be here for the next years. And from now till the middle of the season until January or whatever, we can manage. I believe we can manage. We have Hamza, we have We can play a false nine. I believe last year we played a game against Betis and Olmo was in the false nine, and it was one of our best games in the season. I'm not sure why Flick did not try that again. We can play Gordon as a number nine. He played there before. We've been trying Rafinha as a number nine. We can try Lemine as a number nine. We can manage. This is what I'm saying. We can put in Hamza there. I'm not sure if I said that or not, but we can manage from now until January, and then we will have on our hands one a generational talent that we got for only 70, 16 million. For me, this is great business, and I'm okay. People might say, we are not sure if he's going to come back from his injury the same and all that. He's 20 years old. He's 20 years old, guys. It, it- he's going to be fine. And for me, he would have costed us 120, 130 millions if he did not get injured. For me, this is the best time to do it. He will be back January. We will be fighting for all titles by then. We will be in the Champions League still. We will have everything to play for basically. And I know this is a crazy take, bringing someone for a big fee that's injured and will be out for 3, 4 months. But for me, this is the best option. Looking at everything else, we cannot get anyone. We cannot get Harry Kane. We cannot get Julian Alvarez. We cannot get Haaland. We cannot get anyone that's a superstar. So why not count on a generational talent that will be with us for years for a reasonable fee because he's injured and he's only 20 years old and he will only get better. Why not? Isn't that better than bringing a 28-year-old, what's his name, Luis Suarez from Portugal for 80 million euros upfront that you have to pay upfront? Isn't that better? And he will have no resale value. Let's say we bring Ili Junior Krupi and we get him in January, so basically after a few months, and he flops for one reason or another. After a couple of seasons, 3 seasons, he will be 22, 23. You can sell him to the Premier League with the inflation that we are seeing. You can sell him for 100 million. We have Savinho that scored 2 goals, 2 Premier League goals in 2 years, and he's going to Tottenham for 85 million or something like that. You don't think you can sell Eli Junior Krupi, even if it doesn't work out in Barcelona for an 80 million or 90 million or 100 million euros? For me, this is what we need to do. We can wait. We can manage in La Liga with what we have until January. And after that, we will have an amazing striker on our hands. This is my opinion, guys. Do not come at me. For me, this is a better option than bringing a 28-year-old for 150 or for 80 millions upfront from the Portuguese league or whatever options that we are seeing, or bringing Victor Gyökeres. Yeah, I'm sure you would be very happy with spending the next few years with Victor Gyökeres. We might push Lamine out of the club if we bring someone like Victor Gyökeres. He will have enough and he will be like PSG bringing that 300 million offer to Barcelona. And I want to come and play next to to Ferran Torres. I miss playing next to the Shark. So that's it, guys. That's it for me. This is for me the best option possible in this bleak number nine market. We have a couple of weeks. We need to do something. Our season relies on it. And yeah, see you guys next week. I hope next time I see you, we have signed a good striker that will be helping us with this season. Thank you and see you soon.